started in 1921. Our founder, Billy Ingram, was actually a realtor at the time who had this great friendship with a gentleman named Walt Anderson. And Walt had a little hamburger stand, and Billy came to him and said, you know, I think you've got something here. So the two decided to go into business together. They came up with the name White Castle. White for cleanliness and Castle for permanence and strength. The first hamburger in the very beginning was so similar to today, but the cooking preparation was slightly different because we'd start off with a meatball chock full of onion and mash it down on the grill, always in that square configuration, always on a square bun. From that first Castle opening in 1921, we grew and pretty quickly, and that was all in Wichita, Kansas, but then we moved to Columbus, Ohio in 1934, so we like to say we got to Central Ohio as quick as we could. We started to go into new cities, and with the idea that if you treat your employees right, they're going to be good to customers. So Billy's expression was, happy employees make happy customers. And that was really the bedrock, the founding principle the business has been built on over the decades. Today we own our own meat plants and our own bakeries and our own food manufacturing plants to make the frozen sandwiches. So I think we've always been pretty self-reliant in that regard and feel that that's a good way to build and manage the business and adhere to the strictest quality standards. We want that 100% beef slider served hot and fresh on a tasty bun with one perfect pickle, steam grilled on a bed of onions to be perfect every time, and that's a great way we pay attention to detail. Over the years and decades, maybe in the beginning from an operations point of view, we were pretty orthodox in terms of saying it's not a slider, it's a White Castle hamburger sandwich. And I think as time has gone on, we've realized that those are terms of endearment that our loving fans have ascribed to us, and so boy, in recent times we really embraced the idea of sliders, and now you see sliders everywhere. It used to be we were the only restaurant in the neighborhoods we served, and today there are dozens and dozens of other restaurants. So I think the greatest thing we've accomplished is through the generations had family members who are engaged, care deeply about the people who work in the business, and care deeply about remaining family owned for generations to come. We have 62 total family members. 31 of those family members are in the 5th generation, and they range in age from 3 to 31. We're not defined as a family business by how many family members work in the business. It's the commitment the family makes to the team members of White Castle. So 10,500 team members, and this is hard to believe, but more than 1 in 4 have been with White Castle 10 years or more. Of the top 450 leaders in restaurant operations at White Castle, 442 started behind the counter and an hourly job. We think there's something noble and worth fighting for family business because of the perspective, because of the good we do for our team members, our communities, and having a longer view. As we prepare to celebrate 100 years, it's exciting. There's a lot of great history to celebrate. I think what we're even more excited about is what comes next. Our hope and our focus is to remain intently listening to customers to see where that input might guide us and to hopefully stay a quarter step ahead of it. So as the world changes around us, we hope to be ahead of it and feeding the souls of craver generations everywhere.